So do you find everything around the cheekbone and the lower part of the face is dragging down? Well, in today's video, I'm going to help you really help lift everything up. We're going to do some really great cheek sculpting to really help define this area. I'm Ali, I've been a facialist for the last 8 years and I'm really passionate to help you on your skincare journey. So first things first, I like to start off with clean skin, and it's really important then to use a facial oil just so you are not compromising the skin, you're not actually dragging or pulling, particularly if you do have older skin. And I am in my mid-50s, so obviously as you get older you lose collagen and you also lose a little bit of the elastin as well. So really applying a bit of facial oil. If you have a face cream, that's fine too, although I personally prefer a facial oil. You can just sort of work with it better. So rubbing it into the fingers here and then just gently applying above the cheekbone area and then under the cheekbones and lower part of the face. Just massaging that in lightly, and then just place some of the oil in front and behind the ears and just down the neck here down to the collarbone. So what we're going to do first, we're starting with a little bit of facial gentle tapping, and what we're doing here, we're starting from where the nose is and just gently tapping all along the cheekbone, above the cheekbone first. And what we're doing here is really helping with blood flow and circulation to the area. Nice gentle tap, and then just under the cheekbones here. And then with our fingers here, just gliding under the cheekbone towards the ears. So taking our hands now, we're making a V shape and we're literally just gliding under the cheekbone with one finger and above with the other. You want to make sure when you're doing this though, that when you have your finger above the cheekbone, you don't want to be pressing too hard because you're getting sort of quite close to the eye area, and the skin around the eye area is quite sort of fine. So you want to go slightly deeper under the cheekbone area and slightly lighter above, just gently gliding out, a nice gentle massage. And then on the other side. And you can do these once or twice a day. I quite like to do this in the morning. It sort of just gets the skin going, wakes up the skin if you like. We're also helping with any fine lines and wrinkles as well, if you have those on your cheeks. And then again, just gently gliding just above and under the cheekbone, nice and light. I don't like to be too heavy-handed, particularly if you have older skin. Now what we're going to do now is where our nostrils are, either side we have some indentations here, and you can hold quite a bit of tension in this area. So we're just going to release that first. First of all, by just gently pulsating with the fingers. And also you want to make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed and you have no other tension, tight tension in the facial area. And then just massage in a round circular motion. You may want to do this in the mirror as you can sort of see what you're doing. And then massage the other way. And you may, as I say, you may feel some tightness, so you can go a little bit deeper as well. Really releasing tension in this area here. So let's do a little bit of facial sculpting under the cheekbone to really lift everything up in the lower part of the face. So taking our fingers, I'm starting from the nose here and just working my way along under the cheekbone. We can get a build-up sometimes of toxins and waste within the lymph here, so we're moving everything along, coming up a bit closer so you can see, and then work a little bit further under the cheekbone, really getting in there all the way to the ears. Nice sculpt. And then we want to go on to the other side. So again, with the fingers. And this is why it's so important to have a really good facial oil so you're not dragging at the skin. And again, you want to go right under that cheekbone, really get in there. And then working our way outwards towards the ears. Coming down with the fingers a couple of times. And then just very again, just nice and light, feather light touch above and under the cheeks here. Nice and feather light touch, again, nice and easy. You may want to swallow when you're doing this because you can literally feel things moving. It's been moving toxins and waste under the cheekbone towards the ears. So let's just do a little bit of an exercise on the cheeks. We're gently going to blow out the cheeks and do some dental tapping here. And we're going to alternate cheeks, and we're going to do this 5 times on each side. Now, when I puff out, you don't want to be puffing out completely max to the max. I would say probably about 70%. And I like to keep the air slightly further up onto the cheek area rather than dragging down. So let's do this 5 times. Two more times to go. And release. And then again, just massage lower part of the face under the cheekbones, just releasing any of that tension there. So now we're going to do another great exercise to really help lift up those cheekbones and sculpt that cheek to lift up the lower part of the face, which will also improve the jowl area and any sort of slackiness under this area. Now what you want to do, I'll come slightly closer, is we're going to make a bit of a funny face, so you may want to look in a mirror whilst you're doing this. I like to place my thumbs under my cheekbone here, fingers onto my forehead, just so you're not creating any tension. And we're going to open up the mouth, and then we're going to start to pulsate very lightly on our cheekbone area here. So just demonstrating. And release. And again, thumbs under the cheekbone, some fingers onto the forehead for some stability. Again, open the mouth and then just pulsate with the cheekbones in an upwards and slightly outwards motion. And again, let's just do this 5 times. Hold and release. And again, just very gently glide out with the fingers. Now we have lots of acupressure points within the facial area. So we have also them on the cheeks. So from the pupil of the eyes here, either side, we're going to come all the way down to where the cheekbone is at the bottom here, and very gently pulsate a few times here with the fingers. And then you can just massage one way, nice and light, and the other way. And then from the corner of the eye here, from literally the corner either side, again, come down towards that cheekbone, between the cheek, where it gets slightly hollow, and again, just do some pulsating. And then just massage one way. Nice and light. And then the other. And then again, just massaging out. Now, because I find the face sculpting massage under the cheekbone so effective, we're going to do it one last time before we do our lymphatic drainage release. So again, where the points are between either side of the nose, taking one hand at a time. Again, we're coming underneath our cheekbone area here. And then just come all the way down again. Just nice sort of medium touch here, working our way down, really lifting up those cheeks. And on the other side, just making sure it's nice and lifted. There's no more toxins and waste in this area. I'm just moving everything along. So I'm taking our fingers here. Now we're just moving literally in a slight, from the jawline, in a outwards and upwards motion. Along the cheek area. And then just under that cheekbone and just above the eyes, again, nice and light, fairly light touch. And I'm taking our fingers, flatten the hand for more surface area, coming up and across, fairly light touch, and we're moving toxins and waste within the lymph. Now the lymph is very close to the surface of the skin, so a really delicate touch is only needed. And again, you don't want to be ever dragging at the skin, particularly if you have older skin. So this is also helping again with those fine lines and wrinkles. We've also been boosting collagen with our facial tapping to begin with, and also helping with elastin. And again, if you do have a really great product to place onto your skin, that's going to penetrate in even better and deeper. And then taking our fingers into a V shape, placing some fingers in front and behind the ear, and just gently glide down either side of the ear here, where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then down by the side of the neck, down to the collarbone. And then on the other side, taking our fingers into a V shape, fingers in front and behind the ear, gliding down. Now, whatever facial massage or lymphatic drainage or even facial exercises or facial yoga I do, I always like to finish off with a lymphatic drainage release. So we're not having any stagnant toxins sort of hanging around in the sort of facial area, if you like, and the neck area. So it's really good to release this. Down by the SCM muscle, down to the collarbone, nice and light again. And then from the chin all the way down, where our collarbone is, we have those indentations. And if you can just give those a few gentle presses, this will release all the toxins and waste again into the body, ready for elimination. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, our cheek sculpting video. Again, you can do it once or twice a day. I personally like to do it in the morning, but obviously if you want to spend a bit more time on a certain area, you can do that too, or come back to the video and you can do sort of my follow along routine. If you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing, and please comment down below. Tell me where you're from and if there's any other facial massage exercises or lymphatic drainage you'd love me to share with you. And I really look forward to seeing you in the next video. Okay, bye.